Hey guys, LeBarn98 here, and this is some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is PC gameplay footage, probably from a few weeks back. And yeah, I had a pretty good game in this one. This is one of the reasons I want to put it up. This is Crash, and it's probably one of my favorite maps. I think I probably mentioned this a dozen times or more, but I've always enjoyed this map. I think it's a well designed and it's a decent map. There's always, there's areas where you're funneled through, but then there's a lot of open areas, and there's always somewhere to go. There's always somewhere to go, and there's always action wherever that somewhere might happen to be. So yeah, thing with PC game, with the Call of Duty on the PC is you get a lot of you get a lot of servers that like to bump up the player count to like 64 or whatever the maximum is. I think it's 64. And to me it's just insane. I don't really see how you can enjoy Call of Duty like that. Of course, not everyone's going to agree with me, and that's fine. But I just can't see any enjoyment out of it having that many players. But this server, on the other hand, there wasn't that many. I think 24, if I'm not mistaken, which is a good, decent number. Maybe it was 30, but a lot smaller than a lot of the other servers you happen to see on there. Now, I do get the idea that you want to give maybe more people a chance to play on a particular server, which is cool and all. But I think limiting it to 24, 30 at the most, I think that's a good number to be at. And you can see right here, I actually got the helicopter fairly early in my playthrough, and I was doing not too bad. Now, I always enjoyed using the AK-47, and I continue to enjoy using that, especially in Black Ops, the first Black Ops. It was always my go-to gun, especially if I'm playing free-for-all. Yeah, you have guys here now trying to use like a rocket launcher to get some of my buddies up top there. One thing on PC I always liked, and I think it's just that the fact that you use a mouse and keyboard really helps this, is the twitch aspect of it, and just the overall fast pace rather. I find I don't know what it is. I find I just tend to go beast mode a lot on the PC versus console. Console, I find, depending on the guns I use, I find I take a more cautious approach. Not necessarily camping. I don't camp, or I don't like to, depending on the game mode, of course. But when I'm using like the Scar, for instance, on Modern Warfare 2, I find myself, I'll go run here and there, get a few of my kills, and then I kind of take it easy. I listen for footsteps and stuff like that. Where on the PC, I just like going beast mode. I just like running around, and really, if you look at it right now on the gameplay footage, I'm almost like in the open in a lot of areas. So I don't know what it is. If it is, like I said, if it's in fact that I'm using keyboard and mouse versus thumbsticks on a controller, but I don't know, it just seems like I have a lot more fun that way. With that playstyle, of course, is what I'm talking about. Of course, if most of you guys know that when it comes to Call of Duty, I tend to play a lot on PlayStation. Used to play on Xbox, but I have since given. I was gonna say sold, but I actually gave my Xbox to my sister. But even before that, I haven't played on Xbox for a long time. And yeah. Now right here, I'm actually trying to do some sniping. I'm not a great sniper, I'll confess, not all that great. And the fact that you got an ACOG scope on it makes it a little easier, but it's still difficult to use. Do I get somebody here? I can't remember. Doesn't look like it. This gun's pretty sweet though. I do like that gun. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So with Call of Duty, I'm looking forward to Ghosts that's coming out. I get a lot of questions asked. Am I gonna get Ghosts? Of course I am. Looking forward to, especially for the different take on Call of Duty. and you know, see how they go with that. Apparently there's going to be a dog now. It's your ally in this one, and you actually get to control them in certain parts. We'll see how that mechanic works out. I wonder if they can actually add that into like a online game mode. I think that could be pretty neat. And I don't know how exactly you could add that into an online thing, but I think it would be you know, a neat thing to explore. Definitely an idea to explore. We'll see how that works out. Also, I think I'm probably going to, I think I mentioned this in another video I did, but I'm going to be getting it on the PlayStation 3, not the PlayStation 4 or PC. And the biggest reason is mostly due to the size of the community. And a lot of people who I play with tend to be on PlayStation 3, so that's the biggest reason for that. And plus, it was really a choice between, as is the case with most Call of Duties, between PlayStation 3 and PC. Well, in this case, now I have the PlayStation 4 involved. I am buying a PlayStation 4. I have it pre-ordered. But the problem with the PlayStation 4 is that it's apparently not going to come out till later in November, which is usually the case, you know, for console launches. But apparently, I've even been hearing December, early December, and if that's the case, I don't think I can hold out that long for Call of Duty. I think I'd probably cave in. Even if I pre-ordered the PlayStation 4 version, I probably would cave in and buy it for PlayStation 3. I think I'm still doing pretty good here. Yeah, look at this. See, this is just... If that guy would have seen me, I would have been so toast. And that's the problem with a sniper. I find I'm just not confident enough. And that's why there's some times where I do amazing with a sniper, and that's because a lot of times it's late at night, I don't care, either I'm drunk or who knows what, and I find I just don't second guess myself, and you can't with a sniper. And also the same is true with rifles. I remember, like, I used to be pretty good with I got good with the car in Call of Duty, in Call of Duty 2. And the reason is that I used to play with a guy. Now, unfortunately, I can't remember his name. I think his name was Man Bear Pig, and it was on PC. And I used to have dial-up at that time. And there was this one server, and I don't know if it was just a miracle of God or whatever, but there was this one server, and I think it was because it was close by. I used to get a ping of around 200. Now, you look at 200 and you're like, holy crap, that's a high ping. Especially nowadays where most people are used to like anywhere from 60 to like 80 ping, which is usually what I get on this server. You know, to play from that to like 200. But for dial-up, that was great, because most servers you get like 400 ping, which nowadays is unplayable. But at the time, I don't know how I did it, but I used to play it. But yeah, you know, so I remember going on this server where I got 200 ping, and it was like primarily a rifle server, and I used to play a lot on this server, and I got really good with the car, and it was always my preferred rifle of choice. And the thing is that the guy I play with, he used to always say, when it comes to the rifle, just shoot and ask questions later. Like, don't take your time to aim, just quickly fire off a shot, because in most cases it's an instant kill. And he was right, because when I started taking that approach, I was getting a lot of kills with it. And for whatever reason, I don't seem to apply that same approach to Call of Duty nowadays as I used to. Except, like I said, when I'm, you know, half out of my mind, I'm tired and stay up for like 24 hours or something like that. And, you know, I'm not thinking straight. But I think that's the key with, like this guy here, when he sniped me. I mean, that's the key. Just shoot. Worry about it later. I think I got a chopper right here. Problem right now with the video, it's a bit laggy in the preview, because I had to use a I don't know if I've ever said this, but I use Dextory right now to record my gameplay. Now the problem, and I also used the H.264 codec. Now the problem doing that is, while it creates an amazingly small file size in comparison to like Fraps or whatever, and it records great, and I also love the fact that it records, it can downscale on the fly to 720, which is what I upload at primarily. And the biggest reason for that is because my upload's crap. So, but the problem with H.264 is that in AVI format, it's not compatible with Premiere, which is my editing software of choice. So I had to use do a quick conversion rather to the Lagarth codec, which is great, but it lags because it's massive file size, and it's only a temporary thing. But you know, but yeah. So sometimes with the gameplay, it's actually a little further behind than, or rather, it lags sometimes. But when I render it, it's fine, and you guys should have no problems with it right now. Yeah, I keep getting sniped in this match. I don't know why that is. Yeah, but yeah, with Ghost coming up, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't played a lot of Black Ops 2, and I really don't know why that is. I got really into it at the start, and then I kind of took a break. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you know, I don't have a ton of time now, and then lately I've been into a kick of like NHL, and I've been playing a lot and beat Saints Row the Third. I wish I got through the PlayStation Plus program, and so I kind of given Call of Duty a back seat. And on consoles anyway, PC's not too bad, but on consoles I find, me personally, when I don't play for a while, I get extremely rusty, and a lot of times it turns into rage mode the entire time, which might be a fun video. It might be something like I should record on a more constant basis and put it up, because I think you guys would like that. Everyone seems to like a good rage every now and then. But on PC, I don't seem to have that problem. Now, of course, like, my job is primarily on the PC, so, you know, and everyone knows how to use a PC, and a mouse and keyboard is not all that difficult to get up to speed on. Because your skill's always going to be there. Like, yes, your reaction time might be a little off having not played for a while, but for the most part, it's always going to be there. But if I went consoles, you got to get used to the whole right analog, or left and right analog sticks. You got to get used to that again, and sometimes it takes me a few matches to do that. But at that point, I'm just like too fed up, I quit. So, yeah, but I'm definitely going to be playing some more Black Ops 2. I want to get some more footage up there. Buyaka, he's been playing it quite a bit lately. Actually, he's ahead of me right now in like prestige or whatever, which shows you how much or how little I've played it. But yeah, he still plays it, and I'm actually going to put some of his gameplay up, which you haven't really seen a lot of at all, actually. Come to think of it, now right there, I thought that was one of my teammates' grenades. Obviously, it ended up not being. Yeah, but anyway, like when it comes to like Call of Duty, it's always something I always liked. Is that, you know, you can quickly pick it up. You know, like you might not play for a little while, but you can pick it up and have a few matches, and you're good. You know, like I find like another game I've been playing recently is Battlefield 3 on PS3. Now with Battlefield 3, you know, it's not as fast paced, so I find it's a little easier to get into because no one can aim super quick like you can in Call of Duty. But I've been playing a little bit of that. But the problem with Battlefield and why I don't play it a ton is because to get the full enjoyment out of that game, you got to play, you know, the big battle matches, you know, and that's what it's about. It's called Battlefield. You know, like team deathmatch is not my preferred method in that game. It's usually like Conquest or Conquest, and what's the other mode? I can't remember now. Where you have to like destroy comm stations. Sorry, I've gone complete blank, but anyways, that mode. And you know, I prefer Conquest myself, and but to get a full enjoyment out of that, you have to like play like a 30-minute match. And while it's great on the weekend, it's not great if you want to do it during the day, especially like me, where I get up at like 5 in the morning on most days just to, you know, catch the bus and stuff like that. That's why I usually prefer Call of Duty. But anyways, I think that's coming up. I think we're getting to the end of it. I hear the countdown. And yeah, it's just coming to the end. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these Call of Duty Game Nights videos. I think it's my first official one, although I've kind of branded the other ones that I've added on previously. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, this is LeBird98 signing out. See you guys. Bye.